Hey guys, today I'm going to go ahead and start a new Let's Play for Dominions 4. This is a game I've been playing quite a bit of lately. I just kind of randomly found it in my Steam library when I was going through my backlog, and I just kind of came across it, started playing it, and I really love it. So we're going to do a new Let's Play of this today. So like I said, I've been playing quite a bit of this lately, but I've never played this particular race, Berytos, the Phoenix Empire. So I'm going to start a new Let's Play and play them. I've never played them. I have no idea how it's going to go. I don't really know how they play. I've just had a quick look through their units. Thought, what the hell? Looks good enough. Let's go for it. Now, they do use blood magic, which is a bit awkward for me. I'm not super familiar with blood magic or how it works. I'll have to get used to that as we play. So, one thing I should probably say, how I'm going to do this, and I've seen this done on some YouTube Let's Plays that I've seen. I think it's kind of a good sort of format for this game. So basically what I'll do is, rather than record the entire thing, what I'm most likely going to do is I'm going to sort of, I'll set up my turn and what I'm going to do, and then I'll start recording and kind of tell you, okay, this is what I was doing, this is what I was kind of thinking, and my plan is. Then just kind of run it and let the turn happen, and show you the combat, see what happens, and then I'll kind of stop recording, do my turn, and so on and so forth. So that way you're not sitting there watching me click a whole bunch of things and ponder over how to go about stuff. I'll just kind of basically give you the Coles notes, give you the summary, and we'll kind of go from there. So, as I said, we've decided to pick Berytos, the Phoenix Empire. I'm not going to read this flavor text. You can if you want. If you want to pause the video and read it, you can. But basically, it's a seafaring nation that's got some ties to another nation, and anyway, sounds pretty cool, so we're going to go with that. So, as I said, they are ocean sailing, trace income across oceans, so we can have, we can have properties across water, and we don't have to connect it via land to a fort to get the income from it. So that's pretty cool. Income bonus in coastal castles, we will have to remember that. Can recruit special mages in coastal castles. We'll have to remember that as well. So, prefers heat skill 1, whatever. So, okay, archers, infantry, elephants, fine. Magic blood. So they're heavy into blood magic. So I'm not real good at blood magic. This is going to be a learning experience for me, so we'll have to see how this goes. Heads up, I'm not good at this game. Just so you know, I'm not an expert. There's plenty of people out there on YouTube who are like super good at this game, and I watched them and I love it. I don't know what it is. I really like this game. I like watching. I like playing it, but I'm not real good, so this may be this is definitely not a tutorial. Put it that way. So this is just me kind of derping around in Dom 4. So at any rate, they're big into blood magic and fire and some air and water. Priests are strong, and we have sacred colossi warriors. Now, I'm not sure if I want to do a bless build on here, but we'll see how it goes. See what our options are here for our pretender. Holy jeez. Yeah, we got options. We have options. I don't even know who to pick here. I haven't even really considered this too much. So I won't waste too much of your time here. This seems oddly thematic because this guy here, the Mark Kalan, I can't remember the name of these guys, but they're part of the lore of the race we're playing here. They're part of it. So let's click on him, see what he's got. Melkart, that's what it is, Melkart. And you can actually have a Melkart commander. You can summon him. I don't know if we're going to get that high in the blood tree to summon this guy, but we'll see. What has he got? Blood 3, blah, blah, blah. None of this matters because we're not going to use too much of him. Blood Searcher, yeah. So he starts with Blood 3. Whatever. I mean, what else can we get? It's always kind of good sometimes to get one of these cheaper ones, and then you can go pretty heavy on your points. But I don't know, I kind of feel like that's thematic, but we might not see too much of them, right? So, I don't know. Great Enchantress. Archmage, what you got, Archmage? Pass cost 10. Well, what we could do is we could go with the Melkart and go for a Blood Bless. I don't remember what... I think that's... Strength? Actually, you can't go wrong with Strength. Yeah, because he's got 3 Blood Magic already, so... Let's stay thematic. That's his only magic. We'll go for a Blood Bless. That's not super crazy, but we'll also get... that'll give us enough points left to mess with our Dominion, probably, right? So I don't like to mess around with less than 6 Dominion. I might put it up to 7 if I have room for it. We're going to go for a full Blood Bless. So we have plus 5 Strength on all of our Blessed units, which is a pretty big deal. Then we have Blood Vengeance. Blood Vengeance, I think, is something like when they hit you, it hurts them too. I can't recall. I'll have to look that up. Let's see what we can do with our scales here. I'd like to get a little bit of that. I'm not super worried about magic and research. I know some people would disagree with that, but I'm not super worried about it. Luck 2 is a big deal. I'll go with maybe that, eh? I know I want at least some of that. Can I get more? No, I can't do that. Maybe I'll go with Strength 4 in the Blood Vengeance. That way I'll give me a little bit extra points here. Growth, income, growth, supplies. Geez, that Luck 3 sure is tempting though, I gotta say. Luck 3 is amazing. It's an amazing, amazing thing. Alternatively, if we go with Research +1, we could maybe realistically get towards the Blood Magic and summon one of these dudes for a commander. But I don't know if I want to focus on that specifically. I mean, we could go with full 2 scales, which is pretty strong. Maybe we'll do that. We'll forego this magic research bonus, and yeah, maybe we'll do it that way. Yeah, that looks pretty good. +4 strength and blood vengeance is a decent basic buff for our people. Now we won't be seeing this guy for a long time because he's in prison, and we're playing on a relatively small map, so we may or may not ever really see this guy. But either way, I think this is a pretty good setup. That's a decent buff to our dudes that we're going to be using. So we'll try it, see how it works. It doesn't really matter. I don't feel like thinking about this too long, so I'll just call it out for me. I call it Melky. Good enough. I'll praise Melky, of course. We're going to allow renaming because it's kind of lame not to. Story events, we're going to enable them because I think they're cool. And pretty much everything else, I'm just going to leave the way it is because that's kind of how I like playing. I don't get too fancy with that. We're most likely going to go for a throne victory, so... oh wow, this is a small map, right? Total number of 3s, right? So we need all 3 little thrones to win. That's just, I don't know, it's fine, I guess. We're not going for a super long epic campaign here. This is a quick let's play just to see how this race plays. I've never tried it, so let's go ahead and do that. In the beginning there was chaos and flavor text. You can pause the video if you want to read that. Same thing here, more flavor text. It's just giving a background history on the world, you know, how everything came about and what's going on. It's the Ascension Wars. We're trying to put our deity on the throne of Ascension to have him ascend to true godhood, but to do that we gotta get rid of all the pesky other gods, or at least claim all the thrones. So that's kind of where we're at. Now, this is not a big map. This is actually pretty small, but that works for me because, like I said before, we're not going for a long let's play here. So the first throne of Ascension is actually right next to our capital. That's interesting. Oh wow, there's another one. Hold on a second, really? Oops, wrong one. There's literally only 3 thrones, and 2 of them are within a couple points of a couple territories. I mean, the other one's just over here. This could be a quick game, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, I should say. This could be real quick. So I got a pretty sweet starting position, I'm not gonna lie. So anyway, let's see what we got here. There's nothing particularly crazy on the first turn. I'm not gonna worry about maybe, you know, editing this part out or whatever. So it looks like we got Nilan, the Beryton champion. He's our dude. Paramendes, that's our scout. So let's have a look here. What kind of defenses we have on that throne. If it's not too bad, maybe we'll get greedy and go for it. We'll see. It's probably a bad idea, but we'll see what's on the throne. What do we got here? First of all, we've got a bunch of Beryton archers. They look pretty plain Jane. Pretty basic stuff. Yeah, they're pretty average. There's nothing special about them. Same thing with these soldiers. They got a decent defense skill, but other than that, they are unexceptional. Pretty plain Jane. So what can we recruit here? I think we should recruit some of our sacred units. But before we do that, I would like to get some commanders too going, and I'd like to get some research going. I think I figured the priest was the key here. So he's only got 9 research, but he only costs 140 gold. This guy... Actually, hold on. This guy's 80 for 11. I might have to go with him. But I kind of want to get these priests going for the magic, but let's not think that way. Let's go for the research, actually. That's what we want first. Beryton Sage is 80 for 11. That's actually the best value as far as that goes. So let's get that. And let's recruit all of our these dudes. all of our colossi worse because they're sacred, right? So there are big tough guys that we're going to bless. Get those guys. And that's all the money we have, unfortunately. Now, what's our income here? We get 2, 2, and 3 per turn. Temple of Storms and Flames. Damn. That's our entire income right there. Coming from that. Research doesn't matter in the first turn, so I think we're good to go? Question mark? Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good to go. So let's, actually, hold on. I like to turn this stuff on, too. I like the income box and the name so I can kind of see the, all the income here. I like to see that. So I think we're done. Captain's not going to do anything. Actually, you know what? You know what we better do? I'm not going to hold out for a funky dude. I'm just going to make him my prophet and get done with it. So that's how we're going to start. Alright, Niflheim. Uh-oh. That's a problem. They're tough, man. Niflheim's tough. They're like giants, and they have frost giants, and yeah, they're pretty darn strong. So, Hjalmungar is going to be the prophet. Okay, fine. And there's our prophet. So that's that. Okay, so we can't touch that anytime soon, sadly. Yeah, we got nothing on that, so we're gonna have to take our time with that. So let's go see, just out of curiosity, like what's going on at this turn. It's probably no different, but at any rate, let's go recruit some dudes now. Let's get that. We don't have the resources, unfortunately, to recruit all of our sacreds, which is unfortunate, but is what it is, right? Let's get these guys in there. Looks like this guy's got a basic morale bonus. So we'll put the archers in the back, and we'll put the other dudes up front. And I think we're going to go for, was this 40 dudes, 30 dudes? Jaguar tribe warriors and slingers, whatever. Deer tribe, that's pretty weak, that's pretty weak. That's probably stronger than that, but I think we can do it. What do we got? We got 29, but we got good people. We got good people. I think the first thing I need to do is set up this guy real fast. I want to make sure he casts Divine Blessing before he does anything. Then he can just cast whatever you want to cast, I don't care. But you got to get that Divine Blessing out to bless those crazy troops. Let's see how we do. 30 dudes. Yeah, let's try that. Alright, let's check out our battle. Alrighty. There goes our bless. Our guys are charging forward. So let's see, their bless effect is strength, well, morale, of course, strength 4 and blood vengeance. So let's have a look at these dudes. So strength 19 is going to put them up to 24 damage with their short sword, which is cool because it can either do slashing or pierce. Pierce is good because it partially ignores armor. What else we got? Bodyguard, whatever, and blood vengeance. Oh yeah. Right, anyone harming this being will risk having the damage inflicted upon himself as well. Magic negates it, la la la. Right, okay. It's harder to negate it because you got a 1 there, so that's fine. So these guys should do pretty good. They're not super defensive. We're going to lose them occasionally. They've only got 14 prot. Well, 14 prot, 22 hit points is not too shabby, but we'll see what we can do here. Taking hits from the slings, which is cool because they got shields. That's a little bit unusual, but it is what it is. Oh, there goes the Vine Arrow. We always see that in the early game. There goes the Sermon of Courage, putting our morale up. Good to see. I think as soon as we close the distance with these dudes, it should be pretty bad. Yeah, they're super middle of the road. They got nothing going on for them. They got a 14 damage club. These guys are even worse. They got a 13 damage spear. Like, they got nothing. Should be a fairly quick affair here. This guy's taking some good hits. They focused on him. He might die, actually. That's too bad. I'd be sad if he died. And they're routed. Alright. Hey, we didn't lose anything. That's pretty cool, though I suspect that one guy took some hits. That one guy's got to be hurting. He has got to be hurting. Where'd we go? Over here? What is it? This? Oh, yeah. Never healing wound. 20% hit reduction. That sucks. Oh, well. This is what it is. Alright, so we're going to use some of that money to boost up our defenses there. I hate playing whack-a-mole, and that's one thing about this game is if you don't do that, if you don't guard your provinces, their independence will just rise up and take it again, and that's whack-a-mole, and it drives me nuts. So he got a heroic ability. Oh, he's ambidextrous. Okay, so if we ever decide to do that, we can give him 2 weapons, and he won't suffer too much of a penalty for using both of them. So I guess that's cool. Good job, Nilian, whatever the hell your name is. Now where'd that spy go? Alright, move up. I think they should be able to move into that, no problem. There goes the battle. And like I said, for the first few turns, I'm not going to edit stuff out. They go by too quickly for that to really matter. Holy crap, okay. So the scouting reports were wrong. I'm thinking we're probably going to lose this. These guys are good, but they're not that good, so the charge is going to kill one of them at least. Yep, there he goes. Killed all 3 of them, killed 2 of them. We're going to lose this battle, of course, because that scouting information sucked. Yeah, no, we're surrounded, we're done. That's too bad. That's too bad, folks. Never trust the scouting reports. I mean, they are taking hits. You gotta be kidding me. There's no way. They have to rout, because they've lost too many dudes. These guys are gonna walk right on. And, kill my commander. No way. No way. You're getting promoted, Nellian. Anyway, you're getting promoted, son. You just... They charge towards the commander, and he's like, "Rah," and he stabbed one of them, and they're like, nah, I'm out. Wow, so we basically lost everything. But we took the territory, so there's that, right? So let's go ahead and reinforce that again. That sucks. That's a major blow to our expansion, but we're still alive. We're still in the game, so we're gonna go with it. Let's see what we got here. Scouting report says that's got hardly anything on it, but as we've just learned, we don't trust that. So let's get my guys back. We are in desperate need of resources, which really sucks because this is where the resources would come from. Would be the green wall here because it's a forest, so it gets more resources. But of course, it's a throne, so you know, can't do much with that. All right. Got our conjuration research, that's totally fine. We're going to go up to conjuration at least 3, so we can start getting some of this, some of these cool summons. I think I'm going to actually put that on hold on a second. I'm going to go up to construction 3 because we want to do, we want to get Legions of Steel. And that's going to buff everybody's armor, which is a really, really helpful spell really early on. So we're going to go with that. There, we can finally afford all of our dudes. So can we put anything else in there? Lancers, we can get a Lancer in there and get some Archers, maybe? Yeah. Let's get a couple Archers. We'll repeat that. Keep that going. Now, what do we got in stock? We've got more dudes here, so let's get them. Now, that's roughly where we were before. Could we potentially do that? 60? Hell no, we could not. Hell no, we could not. We would get absolutely crapped on trying to do that. So we are a little bit boxed in right now. We might have to wait another turn, unfortunately, before we can do this. And that's really, really crappy. That's going to give us a lot of resources. This is going to really help us out, taking high peaks. That's our next target, but... Geez, you know, that's not great. I mean, we could take Witches Cops, but... is what it is. I'm gonna play the safe thing here. And, you know what? I won't do that. I wonder if these guys, these priests have any leadership. Well, they got 10. So they could potentially ferry some of those cool units out to us. So here's what we'll do. We'll go kill these dudes in Witches Cops. And then we'll have some guys ferry out to here. And then meet us with some of the sacred units that we can use. So that way we don't waste too much time, because you don't want to waste too much time. Let's do that. We'll send our spy back here and then send him up to high peaks. Arena deathmatch was all. Oh, we didn't watch that. There you go. The Niflheim guy won. Shocking. They're pretty tough, those guys. Okay, so we are going to. Okay, we're gonna send this sneak guy down to have a look at high peaks just to get a better idea. 30 dudes, mainly light infantries, archers, and militias. That should be no problem for us. That should be absolutely no problem. Have a look. Alright, there goes our Divine Bless, and as you see, we got all the effects going, so it should be good. I wonder if my commander is sacred. He is! That's because he's a prophet. Yeah, so I wonder, we get the bless effect, don't we? Or do we? We should get the bless effect on ourselves, right? Yeah, that's probably what happened. I bet you one of those guys, they came in and they hit the commander, doing damage to him and thus damaging themselves, and maybe they killed themselves or hurt themselves enough that it triggered a morale check. And that's how they got wrecked. So there you go. Blood Vengeance coming to help us. And our Sacreds are absolutely tearing ass through all this. They're not the tankiest Sacreds. I just recently played a game with a different race, and their Sacreds were insane after a bit of buffing, because they came with some pretty cool native buffs to them, but once you throw the Sacred buffs in there, they get pretty crazy. A little bit more of a courage buff there to help us not run. Alright, looks like they've had just about enough. This priest guy dies and they're done, but I don't think it's going to come to that. They're already running. I don't think we can run them down. These are pretty big guys, but, you know. Colossi Warrior. I think these are the dudes from Malacca. It's part of their lore. They came over from the other kingdom, and they made themselves into leaders, and their wives or brides-to-be, or their women's or brides-to-be, or brides-in-waiting, or something like that. Alright, so we got construction level 1, that's cool. We'll get construction level 2 next go, which will give us lesser magic, which is meh. Not super impactful. What's impactful is this, Legions of Steel, that's what we're waiting on. Area effect armor buff, always good. Let's get our troops up there to avoid the whack-a-mole. Now, yeah, it's up to 90. And this is down to 40, so we never really know who to trust, right? Like 40 dudes. Can we take, let's see, mainly Deer Tribe Warriors and Deer Tribe Archers. That's garbage troops right there. I think we can take that. And famous last words. But you know what I could do, like I was saying I was going to do? Let's actually, you know what, I like the research. Let's, I don't know. Let's not chance it. Let's take one of these guys off research. And just grab these Sacreds. That's what we'll do. We don't need these guys. That's good enough. Just to make sure we don't lose. So Lindos, you're going to join the battle there, and we're going to have you... what can you cast? Nothing. Okay, so just cast spells. I don't care what you cast. The point of view is the dudes. So we're going to have these dudes in front. Nope, wrong guys. Wrong guys. Sorry, my bad. You guys are going to be fire keep distance at the archers. You guys, I want you in front, and I want you guys to attack. Actually, yeah, you can just go ahead and attack the closest, because Divine Blessing is going to hit you regardless. You don't got to wait for it, because it hits the whole battlefield. So, attack closest. Alright, so we're going to do that. Scout's just going to sit there and watch the battle, because that's what he does. He's a scout. That should be it. That's it, I believe. Ooh, Scout's not doing anything. We can send him off to do more important things. I'm gonna actually send him... Now, let's go this way. See what we got going on. Alright, look at that army. They can't stand up to that. Absolutely not. They got crappy shields, but they do have shields, which should be good enough to stave off most of these arrows. Except for Vine Arrow, of course. Yeah, see, the arrows are having trouble with them because of their parry. They're all blessed because of their divine blessing. Yeah, good. Now this should be painful. As they charge in, all these guys should get slaughtered. Javelins are good. There it is. Now the barbarians are no joke. Oh wait, these are barbarians. I don't know, Deer Tribe Warriors? No, this guy. Sorry, it's a barbarian chief with a bunch of deer tribes. My bad. They don't really count. They're not really true barbarians, I don't think, these guys. They don't have the berserker or whatever. I guess they are barbarians, but they don't have the, like the barbarians, they've got like berserker mode like this right here. So well, he can't see me, he's dead, but he goes berserk, which means he doesn't run and he does extra damage, and they're pretty nasty. But they're kind of glass cannons because they have such low morale. But it is what it is. All right, looks like yeah, it looks like we're gonna kill them there. Nothing too hard. These archers don't have any real defense, so they're gonna die. Let's speed that up a little. Yeah, see, they're already routed. That was quick. And they're just like, yeah, no, we're not having none of that. We lost 2 Colossi Warriors. That actually really sucks. I would have preferred for that not to happen. So one more level of construction, and then we might... I'm half tempted to switch to Blood Magic. I want to try one of those cool, cool summons. Like, let's see if I can find that. Where is that Blood Magic? I think it's 6. That's it. Call Melkart. We need 99 Blood Slaves, which kind of sucks, but the commander himself is so badass. You can't not. I don't know if I want to go to Blood 6 just to do that, though. That seems kind of, I don't know, suboptimal, I guess. But it is what it is. So, what else can we get here? Let's get some archers. I also like these guys because they have a spear. Actually, that's a long spear. That's pretty good, but they don't have any much of an attack skill to back that up. So the way it works is, if somebody attacks him in melee, what happens is before they're even allowed to attack him, he gets to make an attack roll against them, basically. So it's like because he has a long spear, if his spear is longer than their weapon, basically they have to defend against his attack with it before they can even attack him. So like when you see spearmen, what you want is a high attack skill to go with that spear, because not only is it good on the attack, but their attack skill also even counts for defensive purposes, which is pretty cool. We'll get a little bit of cavalry, maybe, I suppose. Maybe we'll trade that out. How much do you need there? 13, 7, there you go. We'll do it that way. We'll get some archers, a couple cav, but we'll mostly be focusing on our sacreds, I think. Eventually, we're going to switch out of production from those priest dudes, but for now, that's what we're going to do. And in fact, I think I'm going to call it there. So that's where we're going to cut the episode right there, guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.